you find limited whites.
Yeah.
Except more DA is white dominated. But in ANC, EFF, you hardly find whites.
Yeah.
So whites know Guti, soccer here in South Africa predominantly ran by black people.
Oh, so yeah.
Shine premium snack, recording snack.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As your key.
The cold drink we share.
Says to respond. Says to
The catering service.
Sibonge. Welcome to episode number 4.
Jovic.
With your man, Lava, name is so nice, we say it twice.
Fresh. You see, we are sanitizing.
Sanitizer,
yeah, definitely.
Fast.
Yeah, we must be safe, guys. The corona is still there. Yeah. Fresh.
No,
the freshest one. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for hosting us again. Sase Klasini. Remember one time, episode 1, BCT, so Bizani, Letolena, classroom soccer, classroom this and that. People helped us to get a name. Saturnas is by 2. Jengobusbona Footis by 2. Same time. Let's just get right into it.
That's also nice. You can say it twice. By 2. We are bonus by 2.
Interesting episode for Nina Bufetu. We're gonna be talking about. Let's get into it.
Look, Eymael.
Aish. Illiterate and monkeys.
Yeah, and dogs, whatever. Yeah, so look, Eymael was hired by Chippa United a few days ago. And he didn't even last 24 hours. The club. He was sacked again. And
I don't know this season. So for my coach, I'm going to get cheap.
And dance, I think he has had 2 stints cheaper. I mean this season. He was hired, fired, and then hired.
Which cheaper still? Because he was at TS Galaxy,
Yeah, he got TS Galaxy promoted, damn it.
Yeah.
And then he was fired. Why are you cheaper? I mean, got TS Galaxy. And then he's fired now again with cheaper. The coach says, I mean, the president, the president says he's afraid of relegation. So
it's good money,
yeah, but then
it's fair money, not good money, fair money.
But then there could be a progress with team.
Yes,
the team lacks progress. Maulo Pizu, hire or fire. I will be in a progress.
On and off. I mean, what does it do to immoral player? On and off. My tactics are change.
And as players, remember, you also take time to adjust to my tactics, your coach.
Yeah.
So, look, I mean, president, when he keeps firing and hiring, I will be in a progress team.
Sure.
Because whenever a new coach has who's in a philosophy, this is what I want, this is how I want the team to play. So if Uzofika now Coach Omusha, I mean now I think we've got how many games? Some teams have 10 games, 9 games remaining with PSL. So their coaches Uzofika, the philosophy, how long are they going to take to adjust the players?
Time, yes.
Yeah, so and they have to fight for relegation, but move away from Lamakon.
Already bottom half and they like number 1.
Yeah, third from the bottom. So they need to fight. You know, they brought in Luke Eymael after firing Udens, and before that, Udens said it's difficult to coach Chippa because, for starters, their squad is very slim.
Inexperienced.
Yeah, so they were busy buying players bit by bit. Recently, they bought
4, I think, maybe.
and then they brought in Opa Manyisa.
Yeah.
And Opa Manyisa, I think he'll be thrown into the deep end because he hasn't been playing for a very long time. Number one. So now, if he comes into the club and then Lomuntu Loyo, the club is fighting to stay in the PSL. He has no match fitness. He hasn't been playing for a very long time. The last time we saw Manchester play, do you remember?
I think even the nickname has faded away.
Exactly. So it would have been good if he was bought when the season started.
Yeah.
But he's now he was brought into the team when the team really needs to survive.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't see how he's going to help them because fitness-wise, he's not there.
Yeah. But you know, I have this philosophy. Back to Eymael.
Yeah.
I have this philosophy. Ukuthi, April, you know, April Maluile on a chicken chibatini.
April doesn't fall far from the tree.
April does not fall far from the tree. Just point out. Just point out. April does not fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
So, you know, Malama remarks, Eswazwile with Luke Eymael. Of course, I go multiple interviews. You know, recently, Katan OG, Robert Marawa. Ama remarks wake. Now I went to Kenya. Illiterate Tanzania, excuse me, illiterate monkeys,
dogs.
You know. I think he is guilty. You know, I think we Shile listen to Lezo, otherwise they wouldn't accuse him of his integration, just mahala, just Obama fake news, you know. And what has happened serves him right. Yabona. Angeke sithi sizoqasha coach after what has happened like South Africa.
Yeah, like with that said, when news broke with Chippa has hired him, you know, Chippa even gave him a fancy title. They said he's a technical advisor. You know, whenever a guy who's known to be a coach comes into a club and he's a technical advisor, normally history tells us with PSL that guy is basically hired as a coach. So he was given that title, technical advisor, but the municipality Chippa did not like it in the Eastern Cape. They did not like the appointment of Luke Eymael. And they immediately made their feelings heard.
Yeah.
We do not approve of this appointment, and we, as the municipal department, this is how we feel about Chippa United hiring Luke Eymael.
Yeah.
Because we feel it is denting to us, not only as a municipality, but as the black community. We'll have a club that associates itself with a person who's known to have said racist remarks about black people, you know. And then soon after, SAFA followed, EFF followed, you know, to show that really, honestly, they do not agree with a racist person, ozongena into the country, asebenze, and kwaziwa ukuthi is racist.
No ways.
Yeah, he tried defending himself on many social platforms and even on the radio, as you have mentioned to Robert Marawa, but the thing is, he was recorded saying that. And
evidence is again.
And then I saying there's an edited version of the record where they put in the racist remarks. And the funny thing is, why is it only coming out now?
And saying those things.
Yeah, Oguti, there is an edited version where the racist remarks are intentionally put in there just to dent his name. I mean, why him?
Mina personally into siyenzayo, everybody uyayenza lento le, especially uma umuntu omnyama. Uyabona ubuso balela time lena ukuthi hayi lena noma sokuthiwa lena
ayamfanele
ayamfanele.
And speaking about that, Steve Kompela once said it also on national TV. It's high time that this guy is put in his corner because he has came into South African football and uyadelela. Ubeke kanjalo ngesintu ukuthi asinodelelwa look Eymael. So he's very disrespectful and it has now been proven that he is also racist. So we do not need such in our football. We are already facing racism abroad. With our African brothers being subject to racism.
Yeah.
So we do not need that now by South Africa.
No, we do not need that.
We've been playing football. Okay, it's a black-dominated sport.
Yeah.
But we've had no issues with racism so far in our
country.
In our
terms of
sports, in terms of soccer.
Yes.
In other sporting fraternities, we've heard about racism, but in soccer,
I feel like racist. In South Africa, there is no quota system which per team. At least maybe 3, 4 nyana, 5 nyana. You know. I mean, ukuthi amandiya namakhalatisi wafake sivela bodaki. But in terms of lava, because they do it correct, man, quota system ivele.
We want certain number of players in the team.
Yes, representation in cricket they're doing it. Shout out to Captain Yama Proteas. Temba Bavuma, black guy. Kara Springboks, definitely. No, we are proud, but still go exist our quota system kara. But in a guy skin. More about Daki, but now we don't see a representation. Is that a questionable thing? Are we fair? Should we be fair?
No, Mina, I have a different view with that one. You know, for me, it is king. There are certain clubs that can accommodate white players in their clubs. Mainly because of the type of football the club plays, you know. And for me, this thing yama quota. Okay, fine. We can force people to have it, you know. It's not an issue that is there with soccer because soccer is mainly a black-dominated sport, like South Africa. You know? And going back to the issue, certain clubs that can accommodate, you know, you see players like Abo Bradley Hobla, Abo Sage Stevens, Abo Wayne Sunderland. I mentioned Bradley Hobla, I'll tell you why, because he plays for a team like SuperSport, which somehow accommodates how he plays. You know? He's that type of striker that is good in the air, can hold off the ball.
Fast?
Not really fast, but he's good in the air, and SuperSport somehow plays that type of football that suits him. You know? So we've had white players before, and you check the type of positions that they played for in the so-called big teams. I mean, the type of positions that they played in the so-called big teams. You know, you look at
Khona Super Sport, there was Captain bafana, Umchita.
Yeah, Dean Fairman.
Yes, yeah.
And you look at the position again he played. There's Eric Tinkler. He played Bafana, the position that he played. Central defensive, central defensive midfield. Because, like, honestly speaking, it goes back to the topic we had, or the conversation we had on the episode before, where we talk about the type of football that we play in South Africa, which is mainly skill-based, football yet, you know. A football yet has a lot of flair, has a lot of skill in it, which does not really accommodate the white environment. So that's why you'll have white players playing in certain positions where they don't really have to keep the ball that much. They don't really have to show their skillful side of football. Unokovic, okay, he's white, he's a striker, but he plays mainly like a Hobler. Unokovic, the season, last season, when Kaiser Chiefs almost took the league.
Yes. Sorry.
Unokovic, most of the goals that he scored, underestimated him. He knew how to accommodate him, a club player. But you look at clubs like Abo, Pirates, Sundowns, which other team can we put in there now? Amazulu, we can put in there now. Golden Arrows. You will hardly find Abo players Wabelungu because of the type of football that they play.
Castro was at Sundowns, they won.
Yeah, Castro was at Sundowns.
Castro I understand.
He's a South American Castro.
Oh, okay, colored.
Yeah, so you normally find those type of people in my club in weight. Okay. We've had about colored brothers in our clubs.
Yeah, very talented.
Yes. We've had about Norodin, Google Orlando Pirates. We currently Chiefs has Uri Frosler. He plays there. They even have an Indian guy in Chiefs.
Yeah.
So
like a thoroughbred Indian guy.
Yes.
Sasma.
Sasma.
Oh, that guy with development was good.
So, but again, for me now,
do you think we can do better in South Africa?
In terms of football?
In like maybe key positions. Or just because of the way it's set out in South Africa. Space.
Yeah, like look at now currently the teams that have white players and look at the positions that they play. It's a striker, a certain type of striker.
Yeah.
A midfielder, a certain type of midfielder. And most commonly, when you find a white person playing in midfield, it's a defensive midfield. Yeah. In my respect, recently signed Ryan Ray is a defensive midfielder. Yeah. Dean Fairman Bokulmanga is a defensive midfielder. If they are not defensive midfielders, they are centre backs. Exactly. Or goalkeepers. Sandilands. We heard that guy Begaya Vimbela evades.
So it doesn't have any skill basically.
You'll find them there.
Because that's their conversation when rugby, cricket, they don't have the skills that we need, and we don't win
but in honestly, if you can look at even in American football,
yeah, sure.
The players that they have kulama positions lawa abo run back.
Yeah.
It's black players because they are quick.
Yeah. You're quick. Yeah.
Very like black players are naturally quick people in terms of comparison with whites. They are very quick.
In fact, fastest man is Bolt.
Exactly.
Caitlin also. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
Usain Bolt, zonke lezo labo bantu labo. So it's a fact that they cannot run away from. Even them in the Springboks setup, the fastest people on the wings were blacks. Brian Habana falls under blacks.
Yeah.
Ukhona unkosi no the dreadlock guy guma Springbok. He did not take part in the World Cup, but he's black.
It's not.
Eymael is not, and he's black.
Yeah.
So all of these guys, you do need them in your squad.
Yeah.
You even take a look. There was a point who Rugby World Cup, I think 2011.
Mm-hmm.
England had a black guy who wings. Who was quick. He was from South Africa.
Yeah,
that guy.
I remember.
Yes,
okay.
He was very quick. So you do need those type of. You do need.
We must strike a nice balance.
Exactly.
Nice balance.
It is just unfortunate to Bona they don't make noise in football in as much as we do in the other white-dominated sports.
Yeah.
You know, you find the Uti in rugby because there are a few black people. Okay, it's blacks because now we're starting. We're starting to play or get exposed to those sports now.
Yeah.
Cricket, rugby,
Yeah.
hockey,
Sure.
netball, you know. We're starting to get exposed to those sports because all we knew was soccer growing up, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But now people are starting to get exposed, and manje seveza the debt that goes in behind the scenes. So now, I just feel whites can be accommodated naku soccer, depending ukuthi the club their needs ukuthi hamba kanjani, you know. And it's huge. And then if you can take a look, if whites they know a certain thing is dominated by blacks, they literally don't have interest in it, you know. Like for instance, even in politics, politics is dominated by blacks currently.
Yeah.
Like you find limited whites.
Yeah.
You know? Except more DA is white dominated, but in ANC, EFF, you hardly find whites. You know.
Yeah.
So whites know Guti soccer here in South Africa predominantly ran by black people.
Oh, so kahle structure iya ngokuthi opportunity ngizoyithola kuphi.
Yeah.
And definitely ngoba the opportunity you're exposed to as abantu abamnyama is definitely soccer, and the opportunity abanayo bona singayibiza futhi the white privilege bafaka ama resources on the other sports yabona
that they've played and they know which is predominantly ran by white people, you know. You cricket for the longest time, and even now, white people still dominate it. So that's why we still have white cricketers abakhona.
Yabona mfethu masingashaya a survey like us igela za like us. Sibuze nje ingane ukuthi uyayazi yini hockey. Kalenyi mfethu. So man, on that note, man, episode 4 sibonge. See you again next time. Yeah. Check out our previous episodes. Thank you for watching our previous episodes. Qhubeka nathi siyinde lendlela le. Sesithole ne sponsor. Single no shizi bafethu. I'm a cold drink mfethu.
And your views are welcome, guys. We welcome any views. We're always looking for improvement to the show.
Yeah.
So we welcome anything positive that comes through as kulisa night in order to make the show better.
Yeah.
We know probably studio is one of them, or but it's a learning curve for us. So any views are welcomed. Yeah. And with that, from fresh, lava.
Name is so nice. You say it twice. Boom.
Oh yeah.